which Japan actually gives to the countries around the world, but country actually means to China. So there's a discussion of to Taiwanese students. But I think they are something similar by for the.
So in this case, Taiwan is not part of
No,
China.
not China. but there are some special scheme because there's a Japan, you know that we don't have any like, formal diplomatic kind of relationship, but there are so-called private level kind of, but they have their own funding. So when you look for some the government or semi-government support, you have to actually go to that section, not to the Japanese government itself. But anyway, that's this is just a preamble. And then the amount for that kind of government scholarship is 120,000 yen. 120,000 yen is going to be around 40,000 Taiwanese a month. And the people, you think that's a great number, big number. You think, I can feel it. But if you actually live in Tokyo, it's not enough to live there. So the student or the government, the university is asking to the Japanese government to raise that amount. But if you have that amount in Hiroshima, you have a lot of savings. If you get that kind of a scholarship for a year, then you can actually live for 2 years very easily. Average cost in Hiroshima will be around 70,000 yen or somewhere around there. So in Tokyo, maybe you have to expect 4. Not only that, because if you have a very cheap apartment, it means far away from the center. If the university is far away from the center, that'll be fine. But if you have to commute every day to the center of the city from far away your apartment, every day you are paying somewhere, and then the train is not so cheap there either. Maybe quite often you have to pay for the 30 minutes trip. You have to pay 200 to 300 Taiwanese dollars every day, one way. So it's very, very expensive. And then if you the university is away from subway or something, again you have to pay for the bus fare. You just if you pay like here, if you just pay 10 Taiwanese dollars or something, you can't go anywhere at all. But the first kind of rate is going to start with 30 or 40 Taiwanese dollars for the buses. So that's the kind of added cost, living cost, commuting cost, and other things. So, and one more maybe suggestion maybe I can give you is if you find some university you are interested in Tokyo or Kyoto, some of those universities maybe are offering the estimated kind of cost to live in that area. Like if you decide to choose to go to Dosha University or Tokyo University, they might have kind of figures. The figures I show you is from my international office. They knew that how much the students are actually paying for. So I just show you that kind of figure.
Can you give us the name, your name?
Oh, sure. My name is Cristel, and I'm from Nicaragua. Thank you for your presentation. You touched three main topics for students to take a decision to study abroad. The first one is the finance, second language, and the third one is the credit transfer. I would like to ask you, from your university, what kind of facilities or what kind of changes have you made to welcome the international students? Maybe that would also help them decide, make a decision to study in Japan, maybe in the Hiroshima University.
You mean other international students, not you, right? You are not
Not
leaving,
everybody.
right? You will stay here, right?
I have to finish here first.
They say that the first, I think, when you for the student who comes to like Hiroshima University, every student are guaranteed to have some kind of accommodations within somewhere around 10,000 yen a month. Because 10,000, that's going to be 3,000 or 4,000 Taiwanese dollars for a month. Because living cost in Hiroshima area, I mean, Hiroshima University area is not so expensive at all. So we can actually look around dormitory plus some other private owned the apartment unit was subsidized by Hiroshima University. So you are guaranteed to have a less expensive place to live in for the first year. So that's when you came in. And then there are the Japanese language courses for free. And then when you are going to stay just for 1 year, usually we ask you or your professors to write what kind of major you have and what kind of subject you are going to intend to take in Hiroshima University. It's going to guarantee what kind of credit you are going to transfer back to you. And that way you can actually plan ahead. Like this is the credit you might be able to bring back from Hiroshima in 1 year time. And it's actually good enough for you to graduate this year for your course and so on. So that's something we have actually planned. So there might be some more. And the student tutor, every foreign student always have one student tutor with you. And they usually stay for the first 3 months to 6 months to support you to open a bank account. And also you need a kind of registration form, foreigner registration card. So you go there with the student, and also most important part, have the cell phone. You need a SIM card sometimes, so you sometimes go to the companies and you actually have that kind of support is there.
Yes, please. First of all, and I want to thank your name. I am Jean. I'm from the Labor Relations Department, and I want to thank Mrs. Tani Professor for giving us such a good speech. And I would like to say that the students that we want to go abroad, that the biggest problem is that we have the fighting problem. And about the scholarship, for personally for me, and I would like to ask how hard we need to take it. If we want to take a scholarship, and I am if the whole class is 50% and I am at 40, and my grades was not very good, and how can I try to get the scholarship?
When you apply for the scholarship, there are two kind of types of scholarship. If you actually look into that, one is a need kind of system, and the other is a merit system. Need system means if you are not kind of financially in good figures, and then if you're not really out of kind of range, I mean, if you're actually passing the courses, but you really need the finance to go overseas, this kind of scholarship will be given to you. And the other merit system is this scholarship is given only to the top students. The scholarship is basically will be categorized in two different kind of systems. So if you actually look for the scholarship, and if you think you are not the top 1% or something, then you can actually look for some scholarship which will be kind of suit your kind of situations. And then maybe next thing I can say is, out of those 50 students, how many students are going to apply to the Japanese university? If you are under 50, and if you're somewhere here, then it's very hard for you to get it. But only this much of the students are going or trying to go overseas. You might be top in this group. So you don't know, when we actually receiving a student from overseas, we just don't know how many students are in your class and so on. So we of course check the GPA, kind of things, but still if we can show you that your kind of intentions and other things. Again, same thing. Your credit or your mark is there. You can't go back to the first year and you can't do it again. So what you can do is from where you are, what you can do, and what kind of things you can actually show to the other university. I really want to go to your university because I have actually talked to the professors in your university, and we have already had this long list of emails exchanges, and he is offering this kind of course, and I really want to study his kind of a topic and his kind of a specialties here, and I really want to study that topics in Japan and in comparison with the Taiwanese kind of here, and of course not with the Japan, Taiwan. There's a good kind of a literature in English. I want to use that one. So this is my study in Japan from here to here, and then I come back here to Taiwan and I'm going to finish this degree with this professor at home. This sounds very good to me.
Is it possible for them to work in Hiroshima University while they are studying there?
For the 1 week, the government of Japan allowed students to work up to, I think, 18 hours.
Then how much would they be paid?
The minimum wage in the Hiroshima area would be 732 yen or something like that. It's going to be around 200 Taiwanese dollars for 1 hour. It's a minimum wage.
Yes.
But if they work in the evening at the restaurant or something, you might be able to get twice as much.
So they might be able to cover their own living costs.
But the thing is, if you work hard, that kind of the evening, so it's not easy to actually study at night and then wake up 7 in the morning and come back to.
Do they work as a researcher, teaching assistants, or that's
There are some, there are not many kind of options. There are a few, but the most of them are in the foreign overseas students are working in different types of work. So that's where we can actually see a lot of the students are working on the 7-Eleven, Family Mart, and so on. And their Japanese is so good. You have to actually talk to the customers in Japanese all the time. Particularly in Tokyo area, I've seen quite a lot.
yes.
But in the evening, almost all of the workers in the 7-Eleven and so on are the foreign students.
Especially the manager.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there are two.
Okay. My name is Igarashi Cherries. If I interested in to be an exchange student in your school for 1 semester, can you recommend some program and what should I prepare for the program? Like maybe Japanese language test or otherwise?
Because one thing is because when you are going to start with an exchange, you have to, the university have to have a MOU, like a university agreement. At the moment, we don't have any agreement. But your university,
Are we going to have one?
but it takes for a while, so that's whether it suits her kind of but anyway, we need a MOU first. And then if the MOU, then you can actually say what's your interest first, what kind of study you are doing.
Maybe business administration or
At the Hiroshima University, there's the one, you are undergraduate?
yes, I'm
Yeah.
undergraduate.
So undergraduate, the Faculty of Economics at Hiroshima University, they have several courses offered in English. So that's it's the undergraduate, that's maybe the place to go. Because most of the Japanese universities, when you look at, not many universities are offering courses undergraduate in English. Quite a lot in a graduate school, but not in undergraduate. So the choice would be, if you just want to use the Japanese language or culture, it's quite easy because you are more like required or asked to do the courses in Japanese. So it's easiest way for any Japanese universities to offer. But once it comes to the English taught courses, not many universities, particularly undergraduates, are not offering many.
Oh.
So, but in the economics department of Hiroshima University, they're offering some courses in English. And then, but you have to wait a couple more years. But Hiroshima University is planning to give all English taught courses in every faculties in Hiroshima University in 3 to 4 years' time. it takes for a while. I mean, we need the staff. And now, as she mentioned, I'm kind of exception.